Hello TIs, I hope you're all doing alright. I just want to digress back to my last video and explain that it was round the corner at Stocksbridge my flat, because I had a flat round the corner from the psychopath that I ended up getting set up with. Um, it was round the corner where I first heard the V2K in that flat. So I just want to get that out of the way. Also, I have suppressed memories due to the dark neurolinguistic programming which I was subjected to. And jumping back way back to 10 years ago when this happened, or no, maybe eight years ago. I just wanted to say that person A, which I mentioned in my last video, came to the flat where person C was, and I was tied to person C because I had a child with him. I just wanted to clear that up. Now jumping back to the flat at Stocksbridge where I was set up with the psychopath, which was some years later. As you'll know if you watched my last video. And I just want to note that the police, after we had a domestic argument, they'd always go to his place first. And I'd be around at my flat and they'd talk to him and they'd just come walking in my flat and sort of tossing my hair pieces around, taking the piss basically. And yeah, they were very bent up there. I just want to note that I'm not slagging the police force off. The police do a good job. Nobody goes into that job. Well, not all people go into that job thinking, "Oh right, I'm going to harass innocent individuals." But there's a bad egg in every company, I suppose. So yeah, I just want to make that clear that there's a lot of police out there that do a good job. So I'm not slagging the police force off. It's just them particular ones at the time that was they knew him. Also, I just want to mention that I get mail tampering, and I think my YouTube's censored because whilst I was subjected to this dark neurolinguistic programming, I was told that on the internet TIs really couldn't watch or connect rather with other TIs. It was all censored, I remember that, but I just hope that this gets out to real TIs and do comment please and let me know. Had my YouTube stopped today, but it came back, so I'll see if this uploads. I think my views and my comments are being messed about with from what I've noticed. And also, yeah, it's been a really crappy day. I had manipulated dreaming last night, which any targeted individual gets it know that it's really horrific. The dreams are guided. Some TIs that I've watched say that it's like somewhat of a game format set up, what they do when they've got you with remote neural monitoring. I will get back to you with more details on this, but it was horrific. And then I had a perp outside this morning confirming the the dream manipulation content, which yeah, it's just horrific. So anyway, there's a day went on, I rang a company to pay my phone bill, and I was with a family member, and we got through to someone, and they was so rude, it was unreal. I mean, as you know, this situation, it goes how the people that you speak to, and your phone gets redirected. Every TI will know this if you're in the truly bad situation like I am myself. I think I'm suffering the most in England because I've got the remote neural monitoring, voice to skull, the constant gang stalking, the house break-ins. The list is not exhaustive. If I was to go on, it would go on all night because it's that bad. So yeah, anyway, getting back to this phone bill. The person was so rude, he asked for the card number no less than 25 times, and whilst he was doing so, he was going, come again, ha 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 ha. And that's really rude, and you can tell when you're talking to an organised stalker. I'm going to stop saying gang stalker because it's just, I don't really like the term. So yeah, because it's not really informative. It's organised crime at its best, it really is, and then some. So yeah, I ended up getting that pissed off that I passed them to the family member to do it, and he did the same to the family member and laughed at them, and they started to notice that what I'm saying is actually true, and so we rang again, got through to somebody else, and they did the same. So anyway, they said that there was something wrong with the card, which there weren't. So I had to go through to a manager. Bearing in mind, they cut my Wi-Fi the other day, and I couldn't upload any videos. I'm just new to this, and we managed to get it sorted in the end. But the manager's name, who we spoke to, it's really weird. I'm not going to mention what I call the family member due to protecting the family member as much as I can. But the name, or the phrase that's used, is that the name that I actually call the family member. So yeah, no good. I get wheel spins, as the car's going past, and some TIs will get this wheel spins. I've mentioned one like cars. Neighbours at families' places, they mirror what you do. Say if you go to the toilet, they'll go to the toilet and flush the toilet. Now, if it happens once, fair dues. If it happens every time you go to the toilet, then there's something wrong. Yeah, I mean, to any average person who listens to this, it sounds crazy, I know, but I'm talking to targeted individuals. It's tough. I mean, the remote neuron monitoring is active whilst I'm talking to people, so they will speak over me, and I'll get the voice of skull at the same time, and I think it's tied in. I think V2K is remote neuron monitoring anyway. I mean, I could be wrong. It could be holosonic sound speakers, what I use to induce sound into people's heads. There's so many various methods that I ain't got the energy and the strength to sort of research and go into at the moment, and to let you know. So I'm sorry about that. I will get back to you with that information. And I'm suppose you're wondering how I cope, or how anyone would cope in this situation. There is no easy explanation. You have to just carry on, and it's like I said, it's horrific. The horrific doesn't even cover it, and I'm not moaning, but it's so bad. You get organised stalking by sort of everyone you come into contact with, because you've been slandered, and the neighbours get involved thinking whatever about you. I don't actually know what they think about me, but I can sort of have a guess, because like I said, I was unconsensually filmed. I didn't know, and probably uploaded onto the dark web, which I've never been on, and this has been shown around to people. Like I said, it was all set up, but I didn't know, because I was under hypnosis, and dark neurolinguistic programming was used. Yeah. So, oh god, yeah, I just want to mention, there was one particular organised stalker, I will get it right, when I was working, and I just thought, it just popped in my brain last night, because there's so much that's gone off, and I've wrote it all in diaries, so I'm going to get to speak to you about that. But he used to be, it was like a friend of mine, or I thought he was a friend, but not too close of a friend, and a friend of another person who I was friends with, and we used to call him E.T. because he was that crackers. But anyway, I saw him on the bus when I was on my way back from work. This is when I was working, and he was really abusive to me, saying that I shouldn't be in this country, and where I am, and etc. My workmates noticed this. I mean, there's quite a few of us, and then he started insulting a 60-some-odd-year-old work colleague, and screaming and shouting. And I just thought I'd mention, he was calling us white lizards. White lizards. I mean, come on. I mean, there's theories about stuff like that, but I'm not going to go into that. So yeah, I just thought that I'd make you laugh. Yeah, so anyway, I'll get back to you all later. Hope it's not rambling. Stay strong. Just that is all you can do is stay strong. Note it down, write it down, go over it, um, and just try and stay on top of things. Like, for instance, before I end this video, I have to put my milk and my food, I have to wrap it up in certain ways because I know when people come into my house, because like I said the other night, someone came in and dislodged a photo that I have my cooker knobs turned. Um, there's other things that are just left on the floor, or my cushions were turned upside down once, and as TIs know, you'll get house break-ins. I've had the locks changed, um, and I have to take absolutely everything where I go with me. My shoulders are starting to hurt due to this because they steal things. It's so fucking wrong. I mean, there's no words for it, is there really? So yes, I will end it there and stay strong. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Bye, TIs.